All police officers need to be fit and healthy so they can meet the demands of a rewarding but challenging job. Once you pass the online assessment process, you'll take the fitness test and you'll undergo a medical assessment. So what's involved? You'll complete a confidential health declaration. We also need to check your hearing, eyesight, height, weight and body mass index, blood pressure, lung capacity, and urine. So let's see how to give yourself the best chance of passing the medical assessment. Hearing. You need to be able to hear your colleagues and members of the public and hear what's being said on your radio, even when it's really noisy. Here are our top tips. Protect your ears from too much noise for 2 days before the medical. Avoid working with power tools, riding motorbikes, and noisy clubs or gigs. And make sure your ears are clear of wax. If you do have any hearing issues, that doesn't mean you can't pass. You might just need a specialist review. Eyesight. You need eyesight that's good enough to be able to defend yourself in a tight situation, even if you lose your glasses or lenses. Here are our top tips. You need to be able to meet this standard without glasses or lenses using both eyes together. Do you wear contact lenses? Bring solution and containers as you'll be tested without them. If you do have any sight issues, that doesn't mean you can't pass. For example, if you're colorblind, you can still apply. You just might not be eligible for some specialist roles after your probationary period. Or, if you've had laser eye surgery, just wait 6 weeks before the eye test. If you're overweight, you'll find it harder to pass the fitness test and cope with patrols. If you're underweight, you could lack the muscle bulk you need to pass the fitness test and cope with the demands of the job. Here are our top tips. Eat healthily and exercise regularly. And aim for a body mass index between 18 and 30. Not sure how to calculate your BMI? Search NHS BMI calculator. Smokers are more likely to have heart and lung problems, which make it difficult to pass the fitness test. Here are our top tips. Try to quit smoking as soon as possible. And at the very least, cut down how much you smoke. Want some extra support? Search NHS Smoke Free for help to quit. Drinking too much can cause high blood pressure. Over time, your arteries are more likely to get clogged up and your heart could be weakened. Here are our top tips. Don't drink more than 2 units of alcohol per day or 14 units per week, spread over 3 to 4 days. Taking drugs such as cannabis, ecstasy, and cocaine is illegal. And as a police officer, you must uphold the law. That's why you'll be tested for drugs as part of the medical test. Here's our top tip. Never take illegal drugs. Do you have any existing health conditions? Don't worry, it doesn't mean you can't become a police officer. For example, if you have asthma. If it's well controlled with inhalers, that's fine. Diabetes. Your treatment should give you good blood sugar control and be able to adapt to the demands of the job. For example, variable meal patterns due to working shifts. Epilepsy. Ideally, you won't have experienced a seizure for at least 18 months, either on or off medication. Stress, anxiety, or depression. Ideally, you'll have been well without medication for at least 6 months before applying, as you'll need to be able to cope with the demands of a public-facing frontline job. Dyslexia. If you have a report confirming your condition, we'll take that into account during the recruitment process and make reasonable adjustments if necessary. You'll be supported during training and your career. Asperger's and autism. Again, a report confirming your condition will help us understand whether we need to make reasonable adjustments for you during the recruitment process and throughout your police career. Here are our top tips. Maintain a good attendance record in your current job. Bring a copy of your medical records or a note from your doctor with you to your medical. Be 100% honest and declare any existing conditions. It'll help us decide whether you need further assessment or reasonable adjustments to help you perform at your best. It'll also demonstrate your honesty and integrity. And that's it. We hope that's helped prepare you for your medical assessment. Best of luck!